Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Annalisa and this is going to be a December writing vlog. I've decided that I want to do monthly writing vlogs from now until April because I now have a deadline. And I'm hoping that vlogging will kind of encourage me to get more done, and also I have been wanting to do writing vlogs for a while. April is the deadline because I have booked an editor who has availability starting in the spring, and I'm going to try to get my book finished. Now, which one am I talking about? Because I've got 3 works in progress. The one that I'm hoping to get edited by this person is the dragon romance. This was less of a priority and I was working on the other one faster. For a few reasons, I've decided to switch gears to this romance. So today is December 5th. And there shouldn't be too much superfluous stuff in these vlogs. It should mostly be about writing and me giving you updates on that. But especially in December, there will be a few extra things because of all the Christmas celebrations. They are fun to vlog. And I am going to Spokane for a little Christmas trip with my mom, and we always go to places that have lots of fun Christmas decorations, so I'll vlog that a little bit, and I'll vlog some of my own Christmas fun here at home. But starting in January, there should be a lot less superfluous non-writing stuff going on. It's day 5, so this is our advent calendar. So this here is my favorite writing spot. This is a fake leather couch that is a recliner, and it has really good lumbar support, which is really nice for my back. I have my drink on the little side table. It's water, like usual. So I have 2 different laptops that I write on. I write on the family laptop and I write on my personal laptop. Now, the reason I'm writing on my personal laptop is because this book has spicy scenes in it, and I don't want my family to stumble across it while they are inexpertly navigating through the document tabs on the family computer. And so since my old, crummy old Apple laptop is too old to update and therefore doesn't support Word, which we have on the family laptop, I use a website called Noveler on here. And I do like the various features where you can separate your work into chapters, and it tells you like how many words you've written today. It gives you a little announcement. Oh, you wrote 100 words today, good job. And it keeps track of your streaks of like, oh, you wrote every day for a week, or you wrote every week for a month. Stuff like that. I think that's fun. It also has like a community you can get involved with, and it's a little social media-y, but I haven't done any of that yet. So far in this book, I have about 8,000 words, and my goal is 50,000. So if we break that up by December, January, February, March, 4 months, I need to write about 10,000 words a month. The other thing I wanted to talk about is how I, as a sex repulsed person, write spicy scenes. Because my other 2 stories are about sex repulsed main characters. But this one is not. She is allosexual, pansexual. I haven't actually decided the orientation of her love interest, but they all experience attraction, and none of them are sex repulsed, which is key, because asexual people who are not sex repulsed sometimes do have sex, are sex positive, and enjoy it and stuff like that. But key part of me enjoying other people's spicy scenes and then writing my own is that I am agosexual, which is a micro label, which means that we don't experience sexual attraction for people in the real world, and often don't want to engage in sexual activities, but we enjoy sometimes spicy scenes in books because they're like characters who aren't us, and some agosexual people enjoy like videos of people doing those things. I'm trying not to say any more words that'll get me in trouble. But I personally don't. I just only like spicy scenes in books. And specifically, I'm very interested in the emotional ties behind that are formed during those scenes and that interact with those scenes and influence how people act and what actions they take and how they interact with each other, and all that emotional stuff is like the stuff I'm really interested in. So that's the stuff that I'm really working on to get across in my spicy scenes. And yesterday I was writing along, and there's actually a part that I realized needed to happen because that's how spicy scenes, or I actually don't know anything about how it happens in real life, but that's how a spicy scene should go next. But it made me go bleh. In real life, like I actually made that motion in reaction to the sentence I had just written. Because sometimes when I'm like reading a scene, I can like skip over the parts that are kind of cringe to my mind, but when I have to write them out, it's like I have to consider, like, is this sentence right for this time? And so I have to like really process it, and it's like so that's what happened yesterday. But now I'm past the spicy scenes, and so I can write in the living room. I don't feel comfortable writing in the living room when I'm writing spicy scenes, so I write those at my desk. Hello there. So it's the 10th. I haven't talked to you in a few days, basically because I've had a few very stressful days. I was in charge of running the holiday bazaar for, not the whole bazaar, just the booth at a bazaar, for my local pro-Palestine group, and the people who were planning on helping me with it got sick like a week before and have continued to be sick the whole time, and so they weren't able to help, which meant so I was both admin and worker for the whole thing. And so I did not write any words that day. That was the 7th, the Saturday. I was able to write the day before, though, even though my cortisol levels were very high. I got to 500 words that day, and I'll show you my little layout that I have for marking down my words every day. But I also had something stressful to do yesterday where I was a lot in charge of it. It's a very different thing just showing up as a volunteer versus, like, running the thing, and I was running that thing as well, but it went off fine, and both things went off fine. We were able to raise $250 of donations to various little families that we have in Gaza who have asked directly for our help. And then last night was documentary night where we had 16 people show up, so that was nice. That was double what we had last time, because we've been doing these every month. This is our second month, and it went really well, so that was good. Oh, and that was the last thing that I'm in charge of for the foreseeable. I haven't volunteered for anything more in the future. I look really blonde in this light. I've been very stressed and I've had a lot of pain in my back from it. I went to the chiropractor yesterday as well, so hopefully now my pain will be down, my stress will be down, and I can enjoy the rest of December, and I will be careful about volunteering for these things in the future. I wouldn't have been in charge of the documentary night last night except for those 2 people being sick, because usually our main administrator type person who does that kind of work was sick. She's really great at taking on administrative roles and corralling people, so I really appreciate her work, and definitely makes a difference when she's sick. Let me show you my layout. So this is an old planner, but it's arranged in such a way without dates and stuff so that you can use it for any month. Even if like you bought it 2 years ago, you can still use it because you can write in what day of the month is on what day of the week. I've been marking down how many words I write each day, and it is approximate because it doesn't really need to be exact. I was exact these 2 days, but then I stopped being exact. So I think I've written 2,500 words this month. and we're about a quarter way through the month, so that adds up because of my 10,000 words a month goal. So I also worked out that to get 10,000 words done in 30 days, I need to write about 330 words a day. So I made my goal 400 words a day to kind of give myself a bit of a cushion for editing a little bit, that I do plan to edit at least a little bit before I send it off to the editor I've booked. But also because I know there will be days where I won't be able to write at all because I'll be too busy. Yeah, and so far I've been over my goal every day written except for one. That was yesterday, and I've only missed one day. So that's really great. Right now, I'm at a part where the hero has kind of joined the mission to fight the undead monsters, which are plaguing the village. He's from out of town, so he doesn't know much. So right now I'm in a briefing scene, kind of Council of Elrond-y, but hopefully a little less long and meandering, where we bring him up to speed and at the same time bring the reader up to speed. And that's flowing pretty easily because I know a lot of the information in my head already. I just have to figure out how to get it across. Hey there, so it's Friday the 13th. My shirt says cat person on it. The last few days I've been meeting or exceeding my goals. We did go to Spokane, and I have some pictures to show you of all of the fun Christmas decorations there were at various places there. And then this morning, it was just a one-night trip. This morning we went and checked out the River Park Square Mall, because they always do a giant Christmas tree, and they also do a little like competition between a few businesses to do their own regular size tree that have like different color schemes and ideas for them. So I took some pictures of those as well. But yeah, that was a lot of fun and really got up my Christmas hype. And it also snowed during the night we were there, and then it snowed while we were walking in the park this morning. So that was really nice. So I didn't take my laptop with me, but I wrote the morning we left. I woke up early because of some pain I was experiencing, and so I had plenty of time to write and film a video. So I did that, and then I wrote when I got back home today. Just wanted to show you my third week of Advent Sunday outfit before I put it away. I found this blue navy velvet dress at a thrift store, and it happened to fit. I tend to get really lucky in that area, so I'm really happy with that. And then I was looking for a specific scarf to go with it because I wanted to like snow it up and like sparkly it up for Christmas, because otherwise it's pretty simple. And we couldn't find anything that was actually a scarf, so we just went to Joann and picked out a quarter yard of this long fabric that has a little pearls and glitter on it, and just made that a scarf. I haven't even sewn up the edges or anything. It's just a piece of fabric, and it worked out really nicely. We also went to a play after church. The Richland Players were putting on an old-fashioned big family Christmas. So I'm about to get some footage of me typing on my laptop, and I wanted you to appreciate that this shirt definitely goes better with this Christmas scarf and this necklace, because otherwise it's very plain, and that's what I wore to church today. But I'm going to take off the necklace and the scarf because I can't be bothered to have stuff on my neck when I'm at home. This was one of my grandmother's, and these angel earrings were my other grandmother's. So today is Christmas Day and I've just passed my word count goal for the year. I was contemplating taking Christmas Eve and Christmas off in case I had too much to do, but in the end I really felt like writing, so I went ahead and did it. And I passed 10,000 words. I got in 10,009. So now for the rest of the month I'm going to continue writing some and try to get up to 20,000 words total. I'm at 17,000 and some, but I think I might take a couple of days off to kind of do outlining or do a mix of writing and outlining, because I have not fully thought out all the plot points, and so I need to come up with some more plot points to pants my way through. Like, I prefer to write by the seat of my pants rather than being a plotter, but sometimes it's helpful to have at least some points that I want to get to and like key scenes that I know I want to write, and then do the unplanned writing around those. Just wanted to point out that this black lump over here is in fact a cat. So it is January 1st, so this vlog is coming to an end, and I just wanted to sort of wrap up for you what I've been able to do this month. Last night was my last day of writing. I actually kind of tried to work on this scene all day. I had a dream that was about a possibility for a spicy scene for this book. In the dream it went all great, but then when I tried to put down on paper, or on computer screen, I was like, no, it's cringe. Oh, it's so cringe. So, and like, I don't feel that way about when I read other people's spicy scenes unless it's like severely cringe, but like just the idea of trying to be spicy makes me cringe. So I'm gonna try working on that scene again today, but that was the last scene that I was trying to write. My last scene in sequence that isn't like off in the middle of the book where I haven't reached yet was a scene about Canis, and yes, I will be accepting feedback on that name because I'm really not sure about it. It's a derivative of a Celtic word for tree, and he is a forest or plant dragon, and that's why he has that name, but I am considering changing it because I'm not sure I like the sound of it. But anyway, our hero character has just been thinking to himself whilst unpacking, and a friend of Fira's comes by and introduces themselves further. They've been like slightly introduced before, and like basically tells their life story in a way that like explains their relationship to Fira. Basically offers their support of whatever our hero might be needing help with. And that is in chapter 7. And let me just look at my statistics. My chapters so far have been about 2,000 to 3,000 words long, and at that amount there should be about 20 chapters in the book, and I think that's like a good number of chapters. So that's kind of how I'm dividing that up. So in 2024 I added 18,700 words to my word count total across all my projects, whereas I wrote a total of 19,500 words. And the reason those numbers are different is because the larger number includes words that I have since deleted, because I have done a little bit of self-editing. And I wrote a little over 12,000 words this month, so that is on track. And yeah, I'm generally feeling really good about it. So thanks so much for watching, and I'd love to know how your writing journey has gone this month if you are a writer, and a favorite activity that you were able to take part in this month. My favorite activity was probably, Christmas Day was stressful but good, but like my trip to Spokane to see all those pretty Christmassy things was not stressful but good, so it's more like a complete positive instead of just a partial positive. So that was probably my favorite. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!